All right. So, welcome to another episode of TheJasmineTea, where I give you piping hot commentary on your favorite Blackity Black shows. I'm your host, Jasmine, and tonight my co-host is a dear friend from a long ways back, Brandon Alexander. Say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Jazz.
No problem. Tonight we're going to be recapping the first 2 episodes of Pose on FX. I love it. He loves it. And when I was thinking about who could really give y'all the tea and like a true, just honest ass opinion, it's him. Okay? I promise. It's him. I don't feel like he's going to hold anything back. So if you want to join the conversation, feel free to comment in the comments. I can see it. It'll pop up. We can talk about it. And if you want to, get a little more in-depth, email me. Slide in my DMs. And we can maybe have you as a guest on the show as well. So I always like to start off and see what the people have been talking about on Beyonce's internet. And I call that what's been brewing out here on the streets. So our first what's been brewing moment is Billy Porter. Go ahead and give him his Emmy, okay? Pray Tell has been the star. We've only had 2 episodes so far, but he's been the star. He's been kind of like the main character. We've been seeing him work through his feelings and things. What do you think, Brandon? Is he Emmy worthy?
Oh, Pray Tell is definitely worthy. Let me tell you, he was like a focal point of these episodes, and every scene he brought it. Like he left me wanting nothing more. My thirst was quenched.
Right.
Was everything.
Right. I feel like from the outfits, and even last season we got to see him sing. This season we got to see him give a little dance when he got up there and lip sync, honey. I just feel like
he's extremely talented.
Yes, like his emotions. Like I be sitting on the couch crying, then I be laughing when he be reading people. Like he's just such a great actor, and I feel like I feel like he deserves. Next up, the music on Pose. Man, I feel like they be hitting the right moments. Like. Even at the end of like episode 2, when the song was playing about being a friend and Blanca was dropping him off at rehab, I was like, oh my God, it feels like they put a lot of thought in it, and it's very soulful. Like it's not just no play, tra la la. We found some music on the internet. I feel like it really connects with the culture. I feel like it represents like the whole ballroom culture very well. Absolutely. Like they set the tone. Like you really feel like you sitting in there. Like you got a seat in the back corner watching everything,
Exactly. It was very well placed. The music was extremely well placed. Like, it was perfect. It was across the board.
I agree. Okay, our third what's been brewing moment. Okay, like I said, we're only 2 episodes in, but the people are already in their feelings because so much has happened. We've lost. We didn't have 4 people die. We got crackheads, people moving away. Like, baby, what is left? What what else y'all got for us? Like, are you feeling overwhelmed or you want more?
So, it wasn't overwhelming to be honest with you. Like, if you ever watched Pose, which I'm sure Cole has, you know it's a very fast storyline because it's very fast moving.
Yep.
So for me, I think it's easy for me to watch it because in the culture, I'm in the ballroom. So it was like watch my overplay almost.
Yeah, I can see that. I bet you would be fabulous. So we'll do. Come on, little face, looking moisturized even through the camera screen.
Okay.
And not Blanca. Electra gave a whole read about being moisturized and not losing vitamin D deficiency. Our fourth what's been brewing out here on the streets is the people are happy to see Blanca looking like the baddie she is. Okay, the first season, my girl was looking very motherly. Okay, very humble. I remember that little short wig she had. I was like, "Ooh, girl, I love you, but can we just lay it down, sleep or something?" How do you feel about her looks this season?
I think that Blanca's looks back to the strength of each season. Like the first season, Blanca was pretty much a baby sitting on the wall, and her the way she was looking to match.
Yeah.
Season 2, she was kind of coming into her own status, but she was still down herself a bit. You know, she was trying to thing. Oh, this season, Blanca knows she's mother.
That's it.
She knows she's mother, okay? That last look, she was sign up for school, the line bring up the snake there, bro.
I was looking at the outfit when she stepped out of there with that application. I was like, girl, you better work, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. And Blanca also has a whole man this season, and he looks like he really loves her. I'm happy to see Christopher. He can definitely make me pancakes any day. Any day. Any day. Okay. What you need? What did you say? You need an anatomy? What is it? I'm just really happy for Blanca. Watching her this season is like, you're right, because it has been an evolution, and we've seen so much of her in the previous season. We've seen her give so much, you know. We've seen her pour out so much. We've seen her fight for other people. Like when she went up to that dance school and fought for Damon to get his spot in there in the first place. She was like, "Oh, you let my baby in here." And so now here we are getting her to see her come back around and fight for herself. You know, like
it's so
her self-love. It is. I love it. I love me some Blanca.
Yeah, she definitely self-love this season.
All of that. Okay, so now we're going to get into our piping hot moments. And now we just said the first 2 episodes have been super loaded, so I tried to like condense it the best I could. Okay, but so first off, the scene is 1994, so we in the 90s. Hey, I was alive then. You know, I was present.
90s babies.
Yes, 90s babies. So we're gonna start off with kind of how the season opened. Lamar and the House of Con starting shit. I just want him to come meet me at Legion Field so we can fight. Okay?
Okay, we on Peachtree Street. Lamar this season.
Why you mad, bro?
That just means he wasn't there. He was a legend of the laptop. But now you show up house with a few 60 members and you can get where you came from.
Yeah.
You would be nothing without your coin.
Yeah. Let's be very clear. I was really shocked. Like you said, like where did all of this
hostility?
Yeah, this hostility. What did we do? Why we beefing? We're so mad. You can't come against the mother, and she put him in his place. But like, so first off, I'm just not feeling his attitude at all.
No.
I thought it was tacky. So how do you feel about, okay, so he's saying that times are changing. Like I said, we're in the 90s. And previously, the balls have been just about community, like our safe space, the safe haven, right? And so now he's saying, well, actually, we work hard. We want some cash prizes. We want this to be more competitive. How do you feel about that? Is it like, you know, is it simply like, okay, times are changing. We kind of got to get with the mix. Or are you leaning more towards like, hey, man, fucking up the vibe?
Oh my God! So this is so controversial because everything Lamar did, I know he agree with him at that point. And here's why: home culture is the big spot because anytime you play a game, you have a 50% chance to be against all my family. That's just a fact. And the ballroom with you from your chosen family, which I feel is so important. Because they have no obligation to you whatsoever. They're choosing to be part of you. At the same time, as an entertainer, the looks cost full.
They do.
So you're not just going to be throwing your coin out there and like you got to somehow get what Lamar was saying about kind of prize money, but you keep it with a completely different way, considering the people he was going against raised him.
Yeah, his delivery was
trash. Put respect on it.
Yeah, his delivery was trash. I feel like he definitely would have got a whooping had it been my mama he was talking to.
Okay.
And I agree about that because even season 1, I was like, damn, how they paying for this? All y'all live in the projects? Like, where is this coming from? Like, we scraping each other Friday night dinner, but y'all in the balls drip. You know, like. Okay, so our second piping hot moment here, our bro Pray Tell is a drunk. Like he's a whole alcoholic. There's no way around it. So we've seen him go through a lot as he's dealing with the deaths of so many of his friends, people he's dated, his loved ones. So it's like we get to see it play out. You know how they say like alcoholism and substance addiction is a disease, you know? And so we're getting to see it so raw. One, like I said, give Billy Porter his Emmy baby because he's giving it to us. And I just feel like I feel like I empathize with him, or sympathize with him on the lost tip. So like, how do you feel about it? Like, I know, we don't want him to be a drunk, but can you help us understand like where he coming from?
Everybody has their coping mechanisms. Drinking, unfortunately, is cocktails. What it's sad to see, what I do love is that fully emphasize.
Yeah.
They don't judge him for drinking, but they do see the problem they want to help him. They never judge him for how he's dealing with it. Because at that point in time, you can't really see much. It's like, oh, you're crazy, everybody.
Yeah, I agree. And that is, it speaks very well to the point you made earlier about like, this may be not be the family you were born with, but it's the family you choose. And that's such a powerful connection anyway, because these people don't even have to be here. Like, they don't have to be trying to raise you money for rehab, or they don't have to be trying to have these heart-to-hearts with you, but they do out of that love. Like, Pray Tell has been, not only has he been emceeing the balls, he has been everybody's father. He has, like, sheltered and helped so many. So I feel like if he deserves a time to break. We've seen him be like a rock for so many other people in the other seasons. I feel like he deserves his moment to just be human, and really really show us those emotions of what those people could have been feeling at that particular point in time. So I appreciate it. All right, so our third piping hot moment. Our girl Angel is a crackhead. It ain't no other way to go around it.
Very wonderful.
Yes, sir. Now she's depressed because she hasn't been booking many shoots and shows lately in her modeling career. And we saw her kind of end last season on a high. Going up, getting these opportunities. It was lovely. And then she was. But now she's been kicking it with Lulu, who's always been just a little sketch. And Lulu gave her this blunt laced with crack. And I mean, it seemed like it only took one hit for your girl to go down. Now we see as the episodes go on that, she kind of becomes a little more obvious. Her and Lulu was looking real raggedy on that rooftop when they were planning for Pray Tell's intervention. They was looking real raggedy. Yes, God. And, Lulu already light skinned. I was wondering, I'm like, how did y'all make her even more pale? But they did it. They did it. She looked grayish. Like,
it looked like
yes, didn't look good at all. But what I did like though was when Poppy kind of had his own little intervention with Angel, and he told her like, "Hey, I love you, but I'm not gonna marry you while you on this crack." Now, one thing I do want to wonder though, like Ricky left Pray Tell. He was like, "You drinking too much? It's negatively affecting our relationship. I'm not with it." I know Poppy said he wouldn't marry Angel, but do you think he would still stick around with her? Like, I feel like Poppy would still hang around because he loves her so much and kind of wait, like fight forever for her to get off the pipe.
Girl, Poppy ain't going nowhere.
And that slides right on into my last piping hot moment. Electra is such a good mom this season. Like, even when the show started and her and Blanca were like kikiing together at the place, I was like, woo! Like,
long time coming.
Yes, when have you been so nice, honey? Because y'all used to eat each other up. Baby, yes, Electra used to eat Blanca up. I was happy to see them chugging along and just having a real relationship this season. Like, I feel like in previous seasons, we've seen Electra, like, establish her dominance, number one, as the queen mother she is. And then we got to see her, like, personal life a bit last season, where she was, like, dealing with relationships with the men. And one of her sugar daddies, like, disowned her after she had her surgery. Like, if she called me up and say, let's go fight him now, we can. So now I'm happy to see her, like, it seems like she's really settled into herself. She seems really self-assured, like, I ain't got to be that bitchy. I ain't got to do all that. Like, you know what I am. You know who I am. And that's just it. All right, so now it is time for a few games and guesses. So in honor of Electra being such a lovely mother, tell me, would you stay or stray from these famous TV mothers' houses, okay? So first, we're going to start with the dark-skinned Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm staying.
You staying?
No question.
All right. Now, what about the light-skinned Aunt Viv?
I would still stay with her, but here's why. She seems a little softer than Justin Fields. So she think my mama was like a sneak, gonna be a little nasty. I can cook for the club. So like,
yeah, now she did seem a little more fun. Dark Skin and Viv, I feel like they were trying to give us like, yeah, I feel like they were trying to give us like educated, refined black woman with dark skin.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. But light skin and Viv do seem like she can go to the bar with you and buy some drinks. She do.
Okay.
She do. All right. Next up, we have Lois from Family Guy.
Girlie, and she could even tell her oldest daughter with the prince.
Yeah.
Like she should be really trying to kill her. I'm good with that.
Lois was a trash mom. Lois was a trash mom. All right, now we got Lulu and Candy from the House of Ferocity.
Ooh, let me tell you.
Think about it.
I would say for Candy, not so much Lulu.
All right, next we got Claire Huxtable. Now, don't think about Claire.
She reads.
She will. She reads you with just as much interest.
And she's coin. We say.
She coin. Yes. You would be dressed to the nines for the ball. Yes, that's a good point. And she a lawyer. So if you go out there and do something crazy, she can get you out of there.
Okay.
She'll win.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to guess a little bit. Okay. So by the end of this season, which is also the end of the series, I'm so sad. But do you think that Praytel is going to... Do you think Praytel is going to stick it out in rehab? Do you think it's going to be better for him? Or do you think we're going to see him cut up in there? Because we saw him get there. But just because you go, don't mean you stay. And just because you stay, don't mean you actually, like, you know, once you get back out, it's hard. Once you leave that regimented environment, it's really easy to, like, slip back. So how do you think rehab is going to go for him?
I think that he's going to be yourself in rehab because he's going to have nothing to pursue other than just to deal with the reality of what's happening.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Do you think Angel and Poppy are going to get married?
Yeah.
Like
I said,
yeah, when you said Poppy ain't going nowhere, I was like, you know what, he's right. Poppy, he's so in love. My goodness. And that is going to wrap up tonight's episode of TheJasmineTea. Brandon, it has been so fun talking to you. It's been such a
absolutely.
All right, guys. You said what?
This is so amazing.
Thank you. So we're going to be back. I'm going to keep recapping the entire season of Pose. Maybe Brandon will come back and talk to us about some other episodes. If you guys have any questions or comments, email me at TheJasmineTea@gmail.com or leave a comment. Make sure you follow me on social media as well. I would love to have you join the conversation. And remember, this is also a podcast. So if you don't have time to watch us, you can listen to us as well. You can find TheJasmineTea on whatever platforms podcasts are available on. And also, make sure you go follow my friend Brandon. He's living his best life out here in these streets. And he be chefing it up. So if you ever get hungry, follow his meals as well. And we will see you. I will see you next week.